So I'm finally reviewing the AEW Forbidden Door show. So yeah, AEW had their Forbidden Door show, and I can honestly say that it just was more of a snooze fest in all honesty. The show the pre-show. Let's just get the pre-show with they had Paragon and El Desprendo and Yama Aurora. They defeated the CRU, which is Action Andretti, Leah Rush, and Don Callis family. I don't know what the hell is, and I still can't believe this Action Andretti guy amounted to nothing. So much for him being Jericho. Days of Agony, they defeated Jet Speed, whatever. Triangle Madness, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, Tekla, and Megan Main defeat Harley Cameron, Chris Anna, Kiyama, and Willow Nightingale, whatever. And the Ops defeated Bullet Club, War Dogs. Well, how many fucking Bullet Clubs are there? Holy crap, whatever. That happened. Okay. Anyways, the show started. Unfortunately, I missed this match, and I missed what happened. Where I totally forgot that this show was happening, or what time it was happening by the time it happened. So I did watch right after the show started. I ended up missing, unfortunately, Ed and Christian teaming up, but whatever. They defeated Kip Sabian, Kill Switch. Match was whatever. It's kind of was evident that they were gonna win anyway. So what can you really say and do, right? And yeah, they shake hands or whatever. They're struggling to bond each other. Second match, Kyle Fletcher defeats Hamaru Takahashi. I don't know why. Why is this happening? Third match, Mercedes Moné defeated Alex Winslow, Bonzilla, and Persephone in a four-way TBS title match, in a match that basically was very predictable. That who the fuck did not expect that was going to happen. Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Nigel McGuinness for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship on the line, and I was like, who the fuck? I don't know. Nigel McGuinness has not been wrestling God knows how long, and all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that this guy was going to win. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, who the fuck cares? They announced that nearly 19,000 people were in the Forbidden Door show. Jamie Hayter appears to make the save against, I don't know, whatever. God knows what. She comes out to save, I don't even know what, Chris Statlander in them? I don't know. Against, the Megan Bain and whatever. I don't know. Just something to pop the crowd. This match was just fucking garbage. Brodito. What the fuck is this shit? They defeated the Hurt Syndicate and FTR for the tag titles. A team that's not a fucking team, by the way, and they won. And God knows what. Why? I don't fucking know. And the finish to this match was fucking horrendous. And I'm just going to myself, why did Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin lose? I don't fucking get it. A team that's credible and they fucking lose this shit. And not even FTR winning this. How does the fuck does it make any sense? Wouldn't it make sense if FTR actually fucking won at least? The most sensible thing, and they don't win. I don't fucking know. Timeless Toni Storm defeats Anthina. Timeless Toni Storm defeats Anthina by submission. Good for her. But yeah, I'm just happy that she won, I guess, But at the end of the day, I did not care for the match at all. And MJF defeat MJF versus Hangman Page. So Hangman Page became Super Cena basically. So I don't get it. So people hated Super Cena being Super Cena, but they're okay with Hangman Page being Hangman Page. So if Hangman lost, he could have lost the title by count out or disqualification. The match was fine. Don't get me wrong, the match was fine. I thought the match was fine. It's just one thing I didn't like about this match. Well, a couple things. One, this match had a gay moment where they were humping each other. How is that fucking masculine? You don't see Rock and Austin doing that fucking shit, and it's just fucking gay. Bunch of false finishes. There was a table spot in this match, which I guess it was fine. Hangman put MJ through the table with a splash, and then eventually have MJ used do a tombstone onto one of the pieces of the table. bunch of false finishes in this match. This match was like 30 fucking minutes, by the way, so this match was very long than it needed to be. They did have a moment where, like, oh, get it, MJ was about to win, but, you know, Mark Briscoe distracted him because he didn't want what happened to him, like, a few weeks ago happened to MJF or whatever, Hangman. So they had that going on. So MJF only lost because of distraction. But, like, MJF, like, he literally, like, hit Hangman with a briefcase. He hit him with a bunch of things, you know, did low blows and cheated a bunch of times. And yet, he fucking loses to a fucking lariat. You know, like, wow. That's a way to put him away? I don't know. It is what it is. This is announced. And the main events. The Golden Lovers, along with Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay defeat the Death Riders, including the Young Bucks, Gabe Kidd. This was definitely the best match of the show. I mean, it's hardcore, you know, dangerous stuff happened. You know, you got Darby going onto the getting thrown to the cage by Claudio. They used gummy worms instead of thumbtacks, which of course is gay shit. I mean, I would have said that was gay, but I think that was that was part of the attention, which I liked. I liked where, you know, the Young Bucks, they thought they would have thumbtacks, but then it was gummy bears, which I like that they did that. I will say I give credit to that, where it was not some like, oh, get it, it's some corny PG shit. It was like intentional, like to mock the Young Bucks. They were trying to use thumbtacks, but it ended up being gummy worms, whatever. So I like that. One of the useless spots that happened on the show, though, was it was just like, why did this need to happen? Like, this is a fucking company that can't even get 1 million fucking viewers, and yet you're freaking doing this dangerous shit. This is not like, what's the point of a fork into Darby Allin's ear? Like, the guy's gonna lose his fucking ear for this shit. Like, why? What's the point of this? This is the most dumb fucking shit that this is the problem with AEW. Like, it's dumb. What's the point of doing shit like this? This blood and guts stuff. I mean, this match was technically a blood and guts match, by the way. It just, like, they didn't have a roof. It was kind of like a Hell in a Cell type of steel cage, you know, surrounding the ring, where they can get the weapons and whatever, which I did like, you know, don't get me wrong, I like that. That's just a freaking cage, but, you know, so I like it. It was definitely hardcore, but I just did not like this spot. It's just, like, useless. You didn't see Undertaker and Mick Foley need to do that. You don't see, you know, all these guys who have, like, Hell in a Cell matches need to do stuff like that, so there you go. They had tables set up. Darby Allin and Gabe went through the table together to sacrifice, and then, a bunch of weapons were used also, and then and then you had like a combo finish in the end. It was fine. The end was Will Ospreay, you know, saying goodbye because he got to get surgery, but then eventually he gets attacked by the Death Riders, and then the wrestlers struggled to save Will Ospreay, even though, like, what, they couldn't climb the cage. I don't know. Whatever. So that happened. Will Ospreay taken out with a stomp onto the chair, and he's like, what, broken neck or whatever. So yeah, that's what happened on the show. So Will Ospreay will be gone, and yeah. Again, I'm not a big fan that Forbidden Door happened during AEW All In All Out, which both shows should be essentially like AEW's WrestleMania, just a month apart of each other at least, or even a few weeks from each other. I'm not a fan of Forbidden Door. I'm not gonna lie to you. This show, aside from the last two matches, even though the gay shit that happened in the semi-main event with MJF and Hangman Page, that match was fine, and definitely, even aside from the fork shit, which is like useless, it was definitely the match of the night. Match of the night was the somewhat rip-off blood and guts match without the real two cages, but hey, you know. That lights out steel cage match was definitely the match of the night. I'll give credit with that. Other than that, that's the show for you. But regardless, I did thought the show overall, considering everything that happened, this whole New Japan garbage, which does not make any sense. It takes away from like the long-term booking aspect of the show. The show was more so, honestly, a bad show. It was just boring, nonsense, dumb shit that doesn't make sense to happen on AEW and AEW doesn't need this. Forbidden Door needs to be dropped, in all honest opinion. So stop this whole interpromotional garbage that doesn't make any sense. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Honestly, the show sucked in the end of the day, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess the last two matches were the only highlights. That's what I'm gonna say. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention because this is totally, you know, let's be honest here. This was definitely forgettable. Warlow returns. And like I don't know how it makes any sense for him to be back and he's like another muscle for the Don Callis family. This guy like literally his direction unfortunately has failed. Like the AEW has failed to take the momentum of Wardlow, that's for sure. Anyways, he returned and helped Don Callis family. So Okada defeats Swerve Strickland and he attacked Swerve got attacked by Wardlow along Prince Nana got attacked too. And this was, yeah, wow, this happened, and who really cares, I guess, in the end of the day. It's just a darn shame that Wardlow has been directionless. What a darn shame. But yeah, this happened the third to the last match, and shows that how the ounce of importance have not been desired. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.